Hello everyone, and this is going to be the first of 3 KineFX videos that I'm going to be making. Okay, now this is sort of basic level stuff but slightly different. Primarily what I'm looking at is how to do mechanical rigging using KineFX. Okay, and through that process I want to cover some very basic things like how to do parenting, and then how to do basic FK and IK, and then finally end up with something like a full body IK. Okay, so it's not complicated. I'm not going into like how to do KineFX using warps or any of those kind of things, but it should just give you a basic idea of how to do mechanical rigging in KineFX at SOP level. Now, if you are interested in like KineFX in general, there are a bunch of really nice videos out there. I mean, of course, Houdini, like from their site itself, they have a bunch of videos that you can watch. Beyond that, there are about 3 or 4 really good collection of videos. There's a full Houdini KineFX 101 series by Parker Coleman, so you should definitely look at that. There's also a set of videos from Brundle-Thwaite. Okay, he also goes through a whole bunch of KineFX things. Again, like he covers not just how to do basic skeletons, but also how to make skeletons from scratch. Okay, so that's a good one to go through. There's a 2-hour live stream by Bubblpins, so you should take a look at that, where she sort of rigs a character from scratch and also looks at like a whole bunch of things. And then lastly, by Junichiro Horikawa, there's a live stream again where he sort of rigs or builds a robot from scratch using like a lot of Vex. So yeah, if you are into Vex, then you should definitely take a look at this one. So there's actually like a whole bunch of KineFX stuff out there that you can take a look at. My only issue was that I wasn't finding a lot of mechanical rigging stuff. Okay, so this is primarily looking at those things. So in this video, we're going to take a look at something really basic, which is parenting. Okay, now if you just like at object level, parenting is very simple, right? Like if I hide this and if I take 2 objects, like let's say if I take a box and I take a sphere, and then I can just parent it by just connecting the line, and then if I move this around or something, this is parented. But then how do you do that at at SOP level, right? Like because KineFX essentially we're setting up bones, then the idea was that you should be able to do basic parenting as well. Okay, so this is this video we're going to take a look at that. Okay, so this is the final result that we'll have, which is like a very basic planet like setup. So let's get started. So the way all of it works is bones are at KineFX level or at SOP level are nothing more than just a curve. Okay, like you have a polyline, each vertex or each point becomes a joint, and using a few nodes you can convert that curve into joints or bones. Okay, and then you can sort of parent it or attach it to your geometry. Okay, now all of it works based on the name attribute. Okay, so the name attribute is really important in this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's say we want to do like a really basic setup for planets, right? So I'll take a sphere and let's say this will be my sun. Okay, and then I'll take a transform, and I'm going to just move this out to one side. Let's scale it down a little bit. Okay, yeah, and then let's do a third one. Let's call this moon, and this goes out a little bit further, yeah, and scale down even more. Okay, and let's just take a null here and we'll call this as sun. Okay, so this is it. Like this is what we have. Okay, now so the first thing we need to do is, if you're going to attach a bone to just a solid geometry, like we're not going to do skinning, then all of that geometry needs to be a packed object. Okay, so what you do is you pack this. Okay, so each one of these will get packed. So Control C, Control V, and they just get packed. Okay, the next thing we want to do is, let's just open up the geometry spreadsheet. So I'll just do split pane left and right, and I'll turn on the geometry spreadsheet. So we have our packed geometry, which is fine. So what we need to do now, which is actually the most important bit, is we need to give it a name. Okay, now you can't really just give it a name like this at node level. So that is where your name attribute comes into play. So take a name, like you'll just type in name, you'll get a name attribute, and just give this a name. So this will be at primitive level. So just come in here and let's call this as sun. Okay, now this is important, right? So you'll now have a name of this called sun. Okay, and then we'll do Control C, Control V, and then this will be earth, and then this will be the moon. So now we have three objects. If we merge them together, you'll see that we have three objects called sun, earth, and moon. So this is good. Now what I want to do is I want to generate joints based on where I want the bone to be. So in this case, the bone needs to be in the center, which is perfectly fine, because by default what happens is, like, the packed geometry creates a pivot location which is in the center. Okay, so this is good. Like if I press W and I try to turn this on, see, you'll have the center over there. Okay, if there is a problem, like if the center, if you've moved it, okay, and the center is not, like, by default it's on centroid. Like if you go to origin, then the center will sort of show up over there. Okay, so if a problem like that is happening, what you can do is you can pack it before you move it. It's the same thing. It won't make a difference. Okay, like we can pack it here. Okay, so then you're just directly moving like a piece of packed geometry, which is also fine. Okay, so pack it, like place the location where you want the pivot to be, and then just pack it. Okay, and then you can move it around and place it. So then the pivot location remains where you want. Okay, and then naming can be done later. Like that's not really a problem. Okay, so this is fine. So now what we want to do is we want to convert these points into bones, okay, or into joints. So what I can do is I can just take a blast, or no, take an add, and I can do delete geometry but keep points. So you'll just have like these points left. The order in which you connect them is how the parenting will be done at joint level. Okay, so whatever is like 0, 1 and 2, that is how the bones will connect. Okay, so make sure that you attach them in the right order. And then I can just come in here to polygon and say by group. So this becomes a joint chain. Now what I can do is I can just you have a couple of options. Like we can take something called as reorient joints, which will make this into joints, or you can take something called as a rig doctor. A rig doctor is a little bit better. So you can just take a rig doctor. It gives you a lot more options. Okay, so you can just plug this in and there you go. It will just generate, it will convert this into joints. Like those look, it has like this gizmo thing that it can show. If you come all the way down, there's a menu called visualize and you can make it smaller. Okay. And, it will show you hierarchy and you can do initialize transforms if it's not initialized. By default it is. You can also do reorient to child. Okay, like if you want to set up a different vector for it, so you can sort of do it from there. Default is Z, which is good. And once you've rigged it, this is now technically a skeleton. Okay, so if you look at it, it will show that it has generated a whole bunch of stuff in there. Like it generates local transforms and rotations and everything for you. Okay, and then I can just take you can take something called as a rig pose, which will allow you to move these joints. So I can just take this and plug it in, and I can select any particular joint and see if I move it. See, so these are moving, and the naming of these happens based on the rig doctor. Like if you come here, it says initialize missing name attribute. So for the joints also, for them to work, they need to have a name attribute, but this happens at point level instead of primitive level. And it's just generated like a prefix saying point underscore whatever. So you'll see like there is a name there will be a name attribute there. It says point. So these are the names of your joints. Okay. So your joint is like 0.0, 0.1, 0.2. So once you've done this, right, like I'll get rid of the rig pose. That's not needed right now. We need to parent these guys to, okay, so once you've generated your skeleton, we need to attach this to our packed geometry. Okay, so the way you do that is there is something called as capture packed geometry. Okay, so just take that, and I can take the geometry and plug it in over there, and I can take the rig and plug it in over here. Alright, so Houdini decided to crash on me. But anyway, so one of the ways to capture or to connect bones to objects is you can do a manual capture, which is a long process. But just to show you what happens is we can click on plus, and then you click here, which is the capture geometry, and you pick your geometry. And then in the joint, it opens up, the joint window. Now this is where I get a little confused because it doesn't really work. Okay, like I don't know, like if I double click on it or anything, it doesn't really pick it up. So what you can do is you can right click here and do copy as text. Okay, and then paste it here. But this won't work. Okay, because this is the format in which it needs to be typed. So you can just take this, do Control C, and come in here and do Control V. Okay, and that means that you've captured the first set of geometry. Okay, so I can just do plus, over here, because we have like 3 objects, and then I can do Control C, Control V. This will be earth. That's pretty much it. So once you've done this, in order to start moving it, what I can do is I can take a bone deform. And the bone deform needs 3 things. It needs the geometry it needs to deform. It needs the base rig, and then take a rig pose, and this will be the modified rig. Okay, so the rig doctor comes in here and the rig pose comes in there. Okay, and if you've done everything right, if I come to the rig pose, I select this and I move it, see, there you go. Okay, so if I take this, okay, or if I take this guy and I move it, see, so now we have, basic parenting. So it's a relatively longer process, but you can do parenting at, at SOP level. Now, the thing is, this entire process seems a little tedious, right? Like especially the capturing process. What if you have like a really big rig? So it's going to take a long time to do it. So what you can do instead is, instead of doing capturing like this, I'll clear this out. There is another way to take care of this, okay, which is in here, it has an option called capture by attribute. So what that does is, if you have primitive level names on your geometry and point level names that match that geometry, it will automatically attach them. So what that means is, like over here, if we do a split left and right and turn on our geometry spreadsheet, so you have these primitive level names. Okay, so what I'll do is, after this point, I'm going to take a promote. Okay, so we'll take an attribute promote from primitives to point, and we'll promote the name. Okay, so now my names are at point level. So the geometry is coming out separately. And so what will happen is, when I do the add over here and I delete the geometry and set this up for making joints, this already has names. And then when I come into the rig doctor, the one thing I do is I turn off the initialize missing names. Okay, so what that has done is, if we scroll this ahead to look for names, this will automatically see this has a name called sun, earth, and moon. Okay. And what that does now is, if I come to the capture geometry and I just turn on capture by attribute. Okay, I think the problem is that when I have a geometry spreadsheet open, it tends to crash. I'm still on like 18.5.3.1. I think I should move on to a newer, newer production build. But okay, for now this is fine. Yeah, so as I was saying, so if we turn on capture by attribute, it'll automatically connect the names over there. And if you've done everything right, all you have to do is modify your rig pose. So the rig pose now is still looking for that joint called point 0, which no longer exists. Now our joints are called sun, earth and moon. So if we clear this and we come back here and let's pick this up. See, so it's called name sun. And if I come to my bone deform and I move it around, see, there you go. So this is the simplest way, right? So what you want to do is pack your geometry, give it names, and then convert the centers of that geometry into bones. But before that, make sure that you promote the attribute from primitive level to point level. So then the bones get the same names as your geometry, and the capture then just happens automatically. So the capture it connects the skin attribute name to the skeleton name attribute, and it's done. Okay, so if I come over here and let's say if I just want to set up basic rotation, so I'll take the sun and we'll do like at frame let's say into 2, and then I can pick this guy. What the rig pose does is it just it keeps all the translations within one single menu, which is easier. Okay, and then we'll take the earth and I'll do let's say at frame into 8. Yeah, so let's just press play and we'll get, see, so if I press shift W, see, there you go. And the great thing about this is that if I come up here and I make any kind of changes or replace anything, like let's say if I replace this with a box, it'll automatically just take care of it. Yeah, the reason why the box turned black is because like our spheres are essentially primitive level. So we'll change that to polygon, you'll see like everything turns black. So the reason it's turning black is because the capture geometry, the capture pack geometry node, when it captures it, it'll turn everything to black. Okay, like if I turn this off, see, like nothing is working, but see now, this color is the same. When I turn on capture by attribute, everything will turn black. Whatever doesn't turn black should give you the indication that it has not been captured. Now, if you want to get rid of it, what you can do is after the bone deform, I can just take an attribute delete, or even before the bone deform, and I can get rid of the color. See, there you go. But yeah, the nice thing about this is it's very easy to sort of replace things in and out because you're at SOP level. So yeah, this stuff becomes easier. But yeah, from like when you're parenting, like when you're doing standard parenting at object level, it's very, very simple. This is a longer process, but it also gives you more flexibility to do things. Okay. Anyway, this isn't complicated, but if you can understand how to do basic parenting at KineFX, you can then start doing, more things with it. All right, so that's pretty much it. So the next lesson, we'll take a look at how to rig like a really basic car or like a tractor. And then we'll also do some basic IK stuff with it.